What's up guys, I'm doing another video, and today I'm showing you guys the truck that we bought about a year ago, but it's never seen this channel, so I'm going to show it to you now. This is our new to us 97 Tacoma, two-wheel drive, 5-speed manual, and this truck has nearly 300,000 miles on it. It's got just under 296,000 and is almost at 300,000 miles. And we paid $1,000 for this truck. Now, it's not the cleanest and it's not the most perfect, and it's far from it actually. But what it does have is a clean title, a manual transmission as I mentioned, and it runs and drives just fine. The only bad things about it right now is it has a check engine light. This is a 97 Tacoma with a 2.4 4-cylinder. But when you plug a computer into it, like one of the TechStream Toyota scan tools from work, it says it's a 96 with a 2.7. And it throws a check engine light for a multiple random cylinder misfire, except if you go into data list and actually look at the misfire count, it doesn't have any. If I had to take a guess, I would say that having a 2.7 computer in the 2.4 liter truck would cause it to run just fine. Because I believe the firing order is exactly the same. I believe that where it fires is exactly the same, and a 2.4 and a 2.7 are almost identical engines. The difference being the stroke, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that's the real only difference. Also, the difference between the 2.4 versus the 2.7 is the 2.4 does not have balance shafts, which means it has a lot more vibration than a 2.7. And I'm thinking that with a 2.7 computer in it, it's picking up the extra vibration from a 2.4, counting it as a misfire because of the knock sensors it has, and is putting it in the computer that's multiple cylinder misfire, even though it's not actually counting any. I don't know that for sure. This is just all pure guesswork because I haven't actually been able to pinpoint what's wrong with this truck. So anyway, other than that, walking around, it's completely almost bone stock. We've put a brand new grille in it along with brand new headlights and markers with the clear lens turn signals. And you can see this fender's been hit at one point and got replaced. So if we ever paint this truck, which hopefully we have plans for that in the future, if we ever paint this truck, we might put 4-wheel drive fenders on it because the 4-wheel drives have a little more flair to them, and this body line that's just straight down like this actually kind of curves up and then comes down, which also causes the wheel arch to, instead of flatten out at the top there, it curves around like the rear does, which will make more clearance for when or if we lower this and put wheels on it. It'll look very nice. And that's kind of how this truck is so far. Is we've left it stock. I've put shocks in it. We put the lights in it. I've done all the maintenance on it, which you'll see coming up in a video soon. And we put a tachometer in it and just cleaned it up, and that's about it. You can see the tachometer on the pillar over there. But other than that, this is a stock truck, so this is kind of one of those questions where it's, what do you do with it? Now, this is actually a very good daily driver because, as I was saying, it's not really counting misfires, and I don't think it is actually misfiring. So there's really nothing wrong with this truck to drive, and we drive it pretty often. It's a great little truck to run around and get stuff with, and because it's low to the ground, it's really easy to load heavy things in the back of it. And it'll still pull like mid-20s for MPG on the highway, which is pretty decent. So the question now is kind of, what do we do with this truck? We bought it for $1,000 because it was a good deal, but we didn't really have any plans for it. So what do you guys think? We might lower it, maybe. We might paint it. We might do something. We might restore it. Maybe we'll sell it. Who knows? So give your guys' opinion. But anyway, I'll show you the interior. Now, all things considered, for a truck that we paid $1,000 for and has 300,000 miles on it, the interior is very, very nice. All of the interior is here, nothing's missing. It has the seats in very nice condition. There's no tears other than this little cracking vinyl here. It has newer floor mats in it. And it just overall, it's a very good truck. We put brand new door latches in it so the door's shut, because before you'd have to slam them shut, but now they really nicely just shut. Other than the exterior being less than great, it's actually in fairly good condition interior, and it's mechanically sound. We bought this truck off the second owner, who happens to be my dad's friend. And he's the second owner, as the truck was when it was all, I think, 2 or 3 years old and had about 30,000 miles on it or something like that. And he has done oil changes on this thing every 2,500 or 3,000 miles since it was brand new. So that means this truck is very, very mechanically sound. It doesn't leak. It doesn't burn any oil. It runs perfectly fine other than the strange check engine light. And see, in the glove box here, there's many pieces of paper that are messed up, but there's also this booklet where he has all the mileages written down that he changed the oil at, and then the next oil change, which you'll note that this is a 2,000 mile gap here. These are 2,000 mile gaps between when these oil changes were changed. So yeah, I mean, for a truck that's kind of beat up on the outside, it's actually very, very nice, and it's good to drive, and it's just very reliable, and I wouldn't hesitate to drive this anywhere. Oh, I forgot to mention, one of the reasons that we got this truck for so cheap is because my dad's friend was selling it, and also it needed a clutch. I put a clutch in, which was not at all a hard job to do on these, other than the fact that the transmission has to be dipped down underneath the truck at a very awkward angle, because the cross member that it bolts to is not removable, like a four-wheel drive truck is. But we put a new clutch in it. There's a Tacoma in the background. Look at that. But we put a new clutch in it, and it's been perfectly fine since. I wouldn't hesitate to drive this truck anywhere. So anyways, guys, I just wanted to show you this is the new truck we have, and you should be seeing it here somewhat often on the channel. And if you like this video, please hit that like button. Comment what you would like to see from this truck. We really don't have exactly any plans for it at the moment. Please consider subscribing if you like the content and you want to see more. And anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy. Have a good day and stay safe out there. Bye.